Are you thinking about retiring to somewhere warm, beautiful, and affordable? What if I told you that in these 5 Latin American countries, you could live comfortably for as little as $1,000 a month and enjoy great healthcare, safety, and thriving expat communities, as opposed to many channels that will give you suggestions of places they have never been to? In this video, I will give you the top 5 destinations to retire in Latin America in 2025 of countries I have personally lived in and made videos in regarding moving to in Latin America. And with them will include the cost of living, visa requirements, access by plane, and the best cities for expats. And stick around until the end because the last one might surprise you. Let's get into it. Mexico. Mexico is one of the most popular expat destinations in the world. Some of the reasons people retire in Mexico include its diverse geography, offering beaches, mountains, and charming colonial and coastal towns, such as San Miguel de Allende and Zihuatanejo. It has affordable, high-quality healthcare, and one of the largest expat populations in Latin America. In fact, the city with the most Americans outside of America is in Mexico. It's Mexico City. Of course, the cost of living in Mexico depends on where you are, but in general, we could say that the averages will probably be between $1,000 and $2,000 per month, per person. According to my research, for residency, the temporary residency visa requires a proof of income of $2,600 per month or more, or a minimum of $43,000 in savings. After 4 years, this visa provides a pathway to residency. Mexico is one of the easiest places to access, with flights from basically all major cities in the United States. Some of the largest international airports, such as Mexico City, Guadalajara, Monterrey, and Cancun, have sometimes incredibly low-cost flights, depending on what city you're leaving from. When I was living in Brazil, I flew into Cancun, which was the cheapest place to fly into in the region. The best cities for expats, if you're looking for that expat crowd, is going to be San Miguel de Allende, which is well known for its colonial charm, Mazatlan, which is a very affordable beach city with a growing expat population, quite a large population as well of Canadians from when I did my videos there. Check out my playlist of the Mazatlan videos I made when I was in Mexico when I first started this channel in 2022. It is full of great beaches, great people, and great food. And lastly, Puerto Vallarta, which is a beautiful coastal destination with modern amenities. Also check out that playlist here, as that was the following city that I analyzed when I first started the trip. The city was shockingly beautiful and modern, however the prices were quite a bit higher than in other smaller cities such as Mazatlan or in the interior. Would you retire in Mexico? Let me know in the comments. Number 4 is Panama. Panama is considered a retiree's dream destination for many reasons. The country has a pensionado visa, which gives you discounts on healthcare, travel, and utilities. It does not tax foreign income, and it offers modern cities and mountain retreats with US-style amenities. Just like Mexico, the cost of living in Panama can really vary depending upon where you're staying. Panama City, being a very expensive city, can be quite a bit higher than the rest, but you're looking at between $1,000 and $2,000 per person again. When I was going to local restaurants in Panama, you can find places for as low as $3.50 for a standard lunch, and perhaps the average price would be about $6 or $7. Panama is also the only country in Central America that has a SkyTrain, bringing you from the airport to many parts of the city. For residency, the pensionado visa requires a monthly income of $1,000 per month from a pension. It also includes significant discounts on essential services. Panama is very easy to access and to arrive to from the United States, with direct flights to Panama City from Miami, New York City, and Los Angeles. We'll start off the best cities for expats in the capital, Panama City, which is a cosmopolitan and modern capital city with amazing shopping malls and first-class luxury. Boquete, which is a mountain town with a cooler climate and a strong expat presence. And if you want to hear his thoughts about living there, you can check out my video here with Jeff, where he talks about moving down to Panama from Louisiana for his retirement. And lastly, Coronado, which is a popular coastal city, really close to Panama City, about an hour and a half from there, which is a popular expat spot. Being that Coronado is a private city, you actually have to have permission to go in. If you don't have it, you won't be allowed in. When I tried to go in without having a reservation at a hotel or a place to go to at a restaurant, I wasn't even allowed in as a foreigner. I'd like to say thank you so much for watching my videos, and if you want to show support for my channel, please hit that like and subscribe like always. And if you want to go above and beyond, you can buy me a coffee, you can support me on Patreon, and you can also join my channel as a member. That goes to me and really helps me provide all the things that I need in order to make these high quality videos for you guys here in Latin America. Let's get back to the video. Number 3. El Salvador. El Salvador is a small country with big opportunities for retirees. It has very low taxes and the low cost of living, Pacific coast beach towns with a warm climate, and a growing expat and digital nomad community, and also a community of crypto enthusiasts that seem to be going up and down depending on the stance of the government. The cost of living in El Salvador is quite a bit lower than Panama and Mexico, making it less than $1,000 to $2,000 per month on average. I would say the average person will be comfortable with around $800 to $1,600 per month in El Salvador. El Salvador has its expensive places like the capital, San Salvador, Santa Tecla, and Libertad, and then there's lower cost areas like Santa Ana, where you won't be spending nearly as much. If you're not in the nicest part of San Salvador, I would say $800 to $1,600 can give a single person a very comfortable lifestyle. For residency, the Independent Means Visa requires proof of at least $1,460 per month of foreign income. This visa allows applicants to apply for citizenship after 5 years. El Salvador has easy access from the United States with direct flights from Los Angeles, Houston, and Washington, D.C. to San Salvador. Some of the best cities for expats would include the capital city, of course, with the best amenities, San Salvador, which is a modern city with a growing expat community, especially with Bukele as president. Santa Ana, which is a colonial town with a lower cost of living, and La Libertad, or the Freedom, which is a popular beach town for retirees and surfers. Number 2, Ecuador. Ecuador is one of the cheapest and most beautiful places to retire in Latin America. It offers an affordable, high quality of life, a variation in altitude for those looking for a hot coastal area, or the mild spring-like conditions found in the mountains year-round in Cuenca and Quito. And on top of that, a great healthcare system. On average, the cost of living in Ecuador is going to be less than the previous 3 countries we mentioned. Just like Mexico, Panama, and El Salvador, it really depends on where you're living. On average, if you want a comfortable lifestyle, you can expect to pay $700 to $1,500 per month. For residency, the retirement visa requires proof of a little bit more than $1,000. And if you want to see a full video on that, you can check out that video here with Betsy that I interviewed in Cuenca when I was there just recently. Ecuador has multiple international airports, making it easy to reach from the US. There are direct flights from Miami, Houston, and New York to Guayaquil and Quito. The absolute best city in Ecuador for expats is going to be Cuenca, which is a top choice for retirees due to its colonial charm and expat population. And if you want to see any videos of my interviews or my walking tours of going around Cuenca, you can also check out the Ecuador playlist that I have here of all the different places I went to in my 3 months from Quito to Manta to Cuenca. Quito, which is a capital city with lots of modern conveniences and a surprisingly nice modern neighborhood called La Carolina, which I'll be publishing videos of shortly. And Manta, which is a coastal city which is becoming increasingly popular for expats. However, as I make this video, there have been some recent problems with safety and security in Manta recently. Therefore, it's important to get the real-time updates about what is happening in this city, because things tend to change quickly and could drop off at any day also. If you want to see a retiree chat about his life in Manta, you can check out my video talking to Don Shader right here, where I chat with him about living in Manta as a retiree from America. He also has his own channel that you can check out, Grumpy Old Gringo on YouTube. And number 1 is Guatemala. I chose Guatemala to be our number 1 on this list as it was a surprisingly amazing country to me with so many great things to offer that I was not expecting. It offers an incredibly affordable cost of living, breathtaking landscapes, and charming colonial cities like Antigua. If you want to check out some videos of my time in Antigua, go ahead, jump into my Guatemala playlist here. It also has low-cost healthcare and a growing expat population. Guatemala is no exception with the cost of living. It really depends on where you are in the country. Whether it be in the luxury neighborhoods in District 10 of Guatemala City or in the nicest parts of Antigua, or going to lesser-known cities like Lago Atitlan or the Lake Atitlan, not far from Antigua and Guatemala City. It really depends on where you choose to live and what kind of lifestyle you have, but if you are to give some averages, I would say between 800 and 1600 would be a very comfortable lifestyle in Guatemala. For residency, the Pensionado visa requires proof of income of at least $1,250 per month, with an additional $300 required per dependent. Guatemala is well connected to the United States with many direct flights from Los Angeles, Houston, and Miami to Guatemala City. The number one expat spot to live in Guatemala is La Antigua, which is well known to be a colonial city and a big expat hotspot. I spent a full month there and absolutely loved it. Go ahead, check out those videos here if you want to see. Lake Atitlan, which is peaceful and scenic and not quite so high cost as La Antigua or Guatemala City, with a freshwater lake and a lot of opportunities to explore and to really dive into that spiritual side if you like that kind of thing. And lastly, Guatemala City, which offers urban conveniences such as places like Cayala that I went to visit. You can check out that video here, which was an amazing, eye-opening experience at the very beautiful spots you can find in Guatemala City, to more traditional spots like the downtown area where I watched the carnival happen there. Now, it's your turn. Which country would you like to retire in? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, turn on that notification bell so that you get notifications every time my new video comes out, as I have lots of good videos coming out of all the videos that I just explained here in this list of the top 5 places to retire in Latin America in 2020.